So once you have your project completed, you're going to want to save this and export it out into an audio file for use within your movie, voiceover, song, band, CD, or what have you. So of course, the first thing you want to do is you want to go up to the file options and save the actual project. That way, if there's any problems or you need to come back and change it at any time, you make sure that you are saving this project out so you can come back and make those edits. Down here in the movie section, you can, of course, this is where you can open up and remove movies, but this is also where you can export the audio to a movie. So any audio that you've created, you can add this into a movie at this section right here. But once you have the audio file created and you want to save it out separately, we're going to go to the share options. So the first option we have is Song to iTunes. So when we click on this, it's going to automatically throw this into our iTunes library. And we can give it a title, artist, composer, album, playlist, what kind of quality we want it to be, or if we want it to be uncompressed. And if we want to export just the cycle area only, or length of selected regions. So when we share this, it's going to drop it into our iTunes, and then if we share that file from our iTunes to anyone else, it's going to retain all of this information. So it's strongly recommended that you go ahead and fill all of this out, so if someone else gets the file, they will know exactly who made it, who composed it, and so forth. Next on our sharing options is ringtone to iTunes. And this is basically when you're creating ringtones and you want to add them to your phone easily, you would just export the ringtone out to iTunes and plug in your phone and then drop them into your phone. Now, if we select this, it's going to say that the ringtone needs to be a repeating section of your song that is 40 seconds or less. So to change the length, click on the cycle button, or click adjust to have GarageBand adjust it automatically. Once the ringtone length is set, choose share ringtone. So we can click adjust and it will drop it down to 40 seconds, or we can create a cycle that is 40 seconds long. So let's change this to time. And we can make this 40 seconds or less. So, I can do say 30 seconds and then export that out and it will save that project. Next, we have Song to Media Browser. So we can immediately send that to a media browser for playback, which is just an easy way to hear that playing back for you. We can send it to SoundCloud. Of course, if you click on SoundCloud, it's going to ask for a login. So you'll need to make sure that you either sign in with Facebook or Google, create an account with SoundCloud, or if you already have one set up, you can just go ahead, click connect, and you can send that straight to your SoundCloud account for easy sharing. After that, we have AirDrop. AirDrop is Apple's way for you to easily exchange files wirelessly back and forth. So when we click on that, we can do the whole project, just a song. We can give it a title, again, the quality, and if we want the cycle area or selected regions. And then when we click on share, it's going to put that out into the AirDrop. Of course, there's nothing here. This might actually kick it back. But basically, it's going to set it up so that anyone who has AirDrop turned on their device can grab this file. So if I want to send this to my phone nice and easily, I could do that. If I have a laptop and I'm sitting with someone else, they have a laptop and we're both on the network, I can set it up into AirDrop and immediately just send it straight to their computer nice and easily. So that's a really cool feature. After that, we have Burn Song to CD. So if I put a blank CD in, I could go ahead and just record this straight to a CD to play back in a car or CD player. Or I can do Export Song to Disk. And this is what's going to create an actual audio file for you. So when we click on that, we can save it where we would like to save it. And then we can make it an AAC file, an MP3 file, or an AIFF. We can choose the quality. And again, we can choose whether we do the cycle area or length of selected regions if cycle is turned off. We hit export and it will save that file out to whatever folder that we put it in, and then we can bring that into iTunes. We can burn that to a CD on our own if we want to, share that file, email it, or what have you. One thing you also want to get in the habit of doing whenever you're exporting your files out, this will just make it a little easier for you. If you're not using the cycle button, if we zoom out here, you're going to see the region of the project. I went the wrong way. The region of the project with this black line and this arrow right here. If we go to the very top where it turns into this icon with the double arrows, we have the end marker. Whenever you're done with your project, it's a good practice to come in here and change the end marker to the end of your project. So if your project is only, is this 10 minutes? If this is only 10 minutes long, then you should come in here and make your end marker 10 minutes long so that when you're saving, exporting, and what have you, it's not trying to capture a whole bunch of extra time that is being unused. So it's just a good practice to come in here and change that end marker to your actual project settings, or turn on the cycle button and have it the length of your project, and that's what will be exported. So that is how you can actually create your files and share them once you have them made. And I look forward to hearing your projects. So if you would like to share those in any of the discussion or comments area, definitely send me a link because I would love to hear what you're working on.